Welcome to Trivia Viral. Our channel covers all the latest analysis and recaps on TV shows and movies, as well as interesting stories and facts that you may not have known. So sit back, relax, and subscribe to our channel if you have been enjoying our videos so far. It opens with a girl who is driving with her younger sister. The girl becomes distracted and hits the truck. As a result, she swerves off a bridge and into the lake, and her sister drowns. 9 years later, she's a medical student. We also meet some of her colleagues, a pretty girl and a guy, who are taking care of a patient that was recently injured in an accident. The girl is obsessed about the afterlife. She can hear another student crying because they are overwhelmed by their work and their mother. She hangs out with her outside of the library. The students are listening to a doctor's lecture, and they are chewed out for not knowing the material. At lunchtime, the girl finds her playboy colleague and invites him to come with her to the basement later. He follows and finds her there with a sad girl. Then she tells the two that she wants to do an experiment. She wants to see what happens to people after they die. So she asks that they use a defibrillator to stop her heart for 60 seconds and record the brain activity. The girl experiences a surreal out-of-body experience. She finds herself on the roof of the hospital where she has never been. After 60 seconds, they can't revive her immediately, and they panic. A guy friend of hers finds them and helps them. With her pretty friend, the gang sees the scan of her brain to see that she appears enhanced. The next day, she brings to class some bread made from her old grandma's recipe. She answers questions in the doctor's class that other students cannot guess. Later on, she manages to play a nice piano piece. The others determine that her flatlining has enhanced her capabilities. While she is alone, she sees a vision of someone in her tub and gets scared. One day, the playboy decides to flatline for 2 minutes. He sees himself riding his motorcycle through the city with his ex-girlfriend before she disappears in the darkness. When he returns, the gang throws a party, and the girl and the playboy kiss each other. She later asks him if he felt or saw anything unusual after coming back to life, but he denies it. He saves the life of a patient by giving her medicine that other doctors had not thought to give her. He also starts to see visions of the ex staring at him menacingly. The pretty friend goes next to flatline for 3 minutes. While she is playing the violin and swimming, she sees words written in blood at the bottom of a pool full of jellyfish. They bring her back, and the sad girl arrives late after being held up by her mother. Though the guy says they should stop doing these experiments, the sad girl still goes next. She sees herself in a classroom. There she posts nude photos of her classmate and humiliates her in front of the whole class. After bringing her back, the gang rushes out when security guards come after them, but they manage to escape the parking lot. They then go to a rave. The girl sees a vision of her sister's body in a car that is filled with water. In an extended flashback, we see that the girl was on her phone before she got into the accident that took her sister's life. When the sad girl takes the playboy to her apartment, they start getting intimate while her mother listens. The sad girl then tells her mom that she's planning to move out and that she can't stop her. The guy takes the pretty friend home. She tells him about a patient who had a jellyfish sting on the face. When she gave him the wrong combination of medicines, he passed. The guilt has haunted her ever since. The guy reassures her they hook up. The playboy is in a boat when he hears what sounds like a baby crying. He opens up the space where he hears the crying, but there's nothing there. Later that same night, the girl calls him and tells him that she saw her sister. She asks him to come to her apartment. She makes a video explaining that she never did the experiment for science. She becomes terrified when she hears noises. She sees her sister again and rushes to the fire escape. The girl slips to a fatal fall. Her friends find out what happened. The doctor asks if they knew anything, but they deny it because they are worried they'd get expelled. So the pretty friend goes to the morgue to retrieve the girl's phone. Then she looks at her body sadly. The playboy is once again haunted by the vision of the ex. He then gets stabbed by her. The sad girl also gets taunted for her promiscuity in a vision. The four watch her video and hear screaming moments before her passing, so they come clean about the things that they have done in the past. The playboy admits that he abandoned his ex when she became pregnant. The sad girl was jealous that one of her classmates had a better grade, so she hacked her computer and shared her nudes to ruin her life. So the playboy and sad girl decided to make amends to those whom they wronged. The sad girl manages to find her classmate and apologizes to her. The playboy goes to find the ex and meet their son. He tries to apologize, but she refuses to listen. The guy and pretty friend get into an argument when he finds out she changed her patient's cause of passing to avoid facing her mistake. The pretty friend drives away, and suddenly the patient shows up to trap her with a plastic bag. As a result, she nearly hits some restaurant patrons. The others frantically try to find the pretty girl. The guy finds her car in the hospital parking garage and realizes where she is. The three rush to the basement and discover that the pretty friend has already flatlined herself. She tries to find the patient and ask for forgiveness, but he attacks her. Her friends try to revive her, but she won't wake up. The guy grabs a needle and injects adrenaline into her heart. The pretty friend starts to get pulled back to life when she sees the girl telling her she needs to forgive herself. She wakes up after the four of them give up on flatlining for good. They throw the evidence into a laptop into the ocean. The playboy decides that he will stay close to his ex and their son. At a restaurant, they hear the piano piece that the girl played. They then drink to her memory.
What are your thoughts about the story? Let us know in the comments section below. Subscribe if you would like to see more similar videos, and give us a thumbs up to get more recommendations of our videos. Be the first to watch the latest videos by clicking the bell icon. See you on the next video.